anticipation. So, how was it for people that never seen it? Did that live up to everything you hoped for? All right, I'd love to hear from you guys. If you have a question, go ahead and raise your hand, and we'll do a yes.
Are you going to do the disaster artist documentary?
So I did, when I was writing the book, lucky me, I had all these behind the scenes footage, like VHS of all this behind the scenes footage. So I studied it and I put together like a 25-minute featurette. A lot of the behind the scenes footage was just crew waiting around for us to show up. And then one of my favorites is the outtakes of Tommy like doing the scene where he says, "God forgive me," but he pulls the trigger and then goes, "Oh." A lot of gold in that. So hopefully, yeah, I'll release that at some point. Anybody else? Yes.
When was the last time you spoke to Tommy?
We talk frequently. I'm working on a vampire movie right now, and he's like, "I could do cameo, you know." Let's really like push you to stretch as an actor playing an alien. But yeah, no, we still talk all the time. Last time I saw him was last summer for my birthday, and he showed up with a football.
Oh.
And he really like genuinely loves, because we met going to Golden Gate Park and like walking around and playing football, and he still to this day loves to do that. So we went out there with a football. And it was one of the funniest things. These two guys walked by us. We're where we filmed the room, and we're walking with a football. And they're like, it was like I love. He's like, Greg, Sestero, wait, and Tommy, what's it? Were they losing their minds? So we all ended up playing football. Yeah.
It's anyway. So do you still talk to the other cast from the film from the room?
Yes, so when I wrote the book, I interviewed everybody. They all came to the book launch, and we all just kind of agreed. It was like we went through Vietnam together. Mm-hmm. It was a great time to be part of independent film because there was no phones, there was no texting. We were on set, and we really had to get to know each other. And I think for the most part, everyone did their best to make those scenes work. And the end result is glorious. So I think we all share a bond because of that. Yes?
A great Tommy impression. I listened to your audible book. Did everyone in the acting class do a Tommy impression behind his back?
No, it was weird. In 1998, like I'm big into cringe humor. Like I really love that Nathan For You show where, which was super cool. On The Disaster Artist, he was in the film. He played Peter. Right. So I went to set and got to like talk about Nathan For You, and then he kept saying, "So, what was it like being in the room? Like, tell me more." So we had this like funny talk. But what was your question again about? No, so in the acting class, everyone was kind of scared of him. Like he'd go up and I was all in. I was like a fan. I'm like, dude, he's doing Shakespeare tonight. I'm there. Even if I'm not performing, I want to see this guy perform. And then he'd fight with the teacher and it got really awkward. So everyone was like, who's that guy? Like they were kind of put off. But it was funny because when I did the audiobook, the publisher originally didn't want me to be the narrator. They wanted to get like a professional voice who does narration, and I was like, nah, the whole point of the audiobook is that so I can do the impression. And so they finally allowed me to do it, and I recorded it, and it was 3 weeks of recording, and I was just spent, and then people kept coming up and saying, dude, like the audiobook, you sound so much like Tommy. And I was like, oh, thanks. So on a long road trip, I put on one of the chapters, and I was like, dear God, it feels like Tommy is like sitting here in some of the phrases that he said. I was like, oh, that's really scary. So I stopped listening to it. But I'm really glad that I had a chance to perform it. Yeah, far back.
So there's 2 items on the Wikipedia article that I wanted to ask you about.
You know what Tommy would say? Look, don't believe everything you read, okay?
Was an undercover Vice Squad investigator. Was there originally going to be a vampire element to the film?
Yeah, so I wasn't going to be in the room initially. In the film.